discretion is advised.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Marley and I are out here in the mountains. We've been here for multiple days. For this trip, I brought with me the Umarex Komplete in .22 caliber. This is a brand new offering. Umarex was kind enough to send it to me along with the two 88-gram nitrogen cartridges, which I will show you guys. Now, we have been up here for a couple days. I did some jackrabbit hunting with it yesterday. It has some success. I will show you guys that footage, but for now we'll head over to the bench. I'll show you guys a little more about the gun, and then we'll probably head out and we'll try and do some more hunting. NCR stands for nitrogen charged rifle. This does take 88-gram nitrogen gas cartridges, and you're going to achieve just about 45 to 50 shots in .22 caliber. Now, the overall length of this is 41.5 inches. The weight comes in at 5 pounds, so it's a pretty lightweight gun. And the barrel length is 23.6 inches. This does have Picatinny rail up on top. It is regulated to just about 1800 PSI. And it did come with two 10-shot rotary style magazines. Before we even get out and do any shooting with this gun, before we put a cartridge in it, we want to make sure that this degassing screw is tight. This does come with a little Allen key you can stick in here. Clockwise is going to be tightening. When you've got a cartridge in here, this gun is regulated to about 1800 PSI, and so when you're ready to change your cartridge, you're going to want to degas the gun so you're able to release that cartridge, because there is going to be a little bit of pressure in there, and so it's real important to check that before you put the cartridge in. Otherwise it's just going to leak out and you're not going to be a happy camper. When the degassing screw is tightened up, you can pull this front cover off. It's got two buttons on the side you just pull together, and you can slide this fore end off, and then the cartridge is going to go inside there. Getting this rifle out in the field is really just part of the test that I do as part of a full review. I don't want to pull something out of a box, give you guys, a cookie cutter review. I want to be able to use it for a while. And one of the reasons I can't is because they only sent me 2 of these cartridges. And that's, in my opinion, nowhere near enough to be able to provide you guys with a full review that gives you guys, some honest feedback. The Umarex Komplete does come with a scope, but I opted to swap it out with the Hawk Frontier, which pairs really well with my Tacticam, so I'm able to capture the action for you guys. And I did set a target out at 30 yards to get the gun sighted in. And I was getting good accuracy with the 18 grain brimstone pellets. These shoot well out of a variety of my .22 caliber rifles, at least up to 30 foot-pounds. And they're definitely something that I can recommend for you guys if you want to get out and do any kind of hunting. They work well for that. I was pretty happy with the accuracy I was getting, but again, I was pretty limited to what I could do with only having 2 of those nitrogen cartridges. As mentioned, Marley and I have been up here for multiple days, and this is a very rugged location. It's one of the most difficult areas that I hunt jackrabbits. Yesterday, Marley and I headed out from camp up into the foothills. which is very thick with sagebrush, and we set ourselves up in a few different spots where I was able to spot some jackrabbits out to just about 80 yards. With a little bit of patience, I was finally able to get one that came in to range to just about 40 yards, and I was able to take a good shot on him with the Komplete. And I will say this is a nice gun to carry around. It's very lightweight. It seems to be very accurate, and it's got more than enough power for these rabbits. You know, out to 30-40 yards is really what I was comfortable with. But it is a nice shape of the stock. Most all the shots that I took were offhand, and I did not have to use my sticks. And so that tells me that they got the ergonomics of the rifle pretty spot on. So I'm really curious to hear from you guys, but these are my thoughts on this gun so far. I think this gun really caters to those that are on the fence about getting a PCP, and it doesn't really force them into the commitment of having to get a compressor or a large air tank. They can go out, they can purchase the gun for under $200. A 2-pack of these cartridges is about 25 bucks. And that's going to yield in 22 caliber about 90 shots. Now this gun is regulated to about 1800 psi, and so you're going to lose some of that air when you degas the gun to replace a cartridge. But I think it, like I said, plants the seed to new shooters. I think that's always a good thing. But for guys like me, it might not be a very good option. I've already got compressors, I've got air tanks, and I've got multiple ways that I can fill an air gun, and so spending $25 on a 2-pack of these cartridges doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The benefits to it is you can take a couple of these, you can jam them in your backpack, you can be out for multiple days, and you're not having to carry an air tank or a compressor with you in your vehicle. And so I think that's really the biggest benefit to somebody like me if I was looking to purchase a gun like this. But let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. Really nice place to sit and have lunch. We're gonna relax here for a little bit. I'm gonna finish up my hot dogs, and then we're gonna head out into the hills here with the Komplete and see if we can spot any of these jackrabbits out here. Marley and I headed away from camp across a little creek and up into the foothills where the sagebrush gets a little thicker, but you have much more opportunity to be able to spot the jackrabbits. So it is pretty warm out here. We're just going to find a spot that gives us a good amount of shade, and it'll give us a good overview of some of the hills and the terrain here. But as I'm walking, I'm just going really slow, and I'm looking in the shadows, because this time of day, that's usually where the jackrabbits are. They'll hunker down underneath some of the sagebrush, and sometimes, you know, if it's windy like this, they won't hear you walking, and it makes it a little easier to sneak up on them. Marley and I are hunkered down here in the shade. I'm up on the side of this hill, and I've got a nice overlook. It's got scattered sagebrush, and there's a few open spots, and sometimes you can get lucky and a jackrabbit will step out into the open where you're able to take a shot. It is a bit warm, but we're gonna hang out here in the shade, see if I can spot any activity, and then we'll probably hike out a little bit further and just do a big loop back towards our camp. Bye. So we got this guy down. We were hiking through the sagebrush here and being really quiet, walking slowly, and I spotted this guy almost walking right towards us. He stopped, he saw us. I was able to take the shot. He was probably about 15 yards, really close. I sent one right into his chest, and he ran for probably about 5 feet and collapsed. I sent Marley out, but she was going way out. I don't think she realized how close it was. And awesome. For a regulated side lever PCP that comes in at under $200, I'd say this is a pretty nice little gun. It's got one of the best triggers that I felt out of the box. At least at this price point, it's better than a lot of guns that I've used, you know, that are upwards of $1,500, if that says anything. I really do like the weight of it. I like the style of the stock, and it shoulders and carries extremely well. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along on this trip. Marley and I had a fantastic couple days up here, and it was nice to have some success on 2 Jackrabbits. As far as the Umarex Komplete goes, you know, I'm going to continue using it. I got to get my hands on some more of these 88 gram cylinders so I'm able to do some more work with it and really be able to provide you guys a real honest review. And part of that is using the gun out here in the field. You know, I want to do some more testing with different pellets. I want to check the speed over the chronograph, all that good stuff, and you guys can expect to see that probably within the next month. But it does take me time to put these videos together. I hope you enjoy the footage, and you know, I really appreciate Umarex sending me this gun, and if you guys are interested in it, I will leave links in the description to the gear that we used. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Since 2014, Hard Air Magazine has been providing fair, balanced, and honest news, reviews, and information about air guns. This year, Stephen Archer has created the Ham Community Forum by airgunners for airgunners. You can speak directly with manufacturers and guys like me who use all types of air guns in the field. To gain the full benefits of the Ham community, all you need to do is register, introduce yourself, and start contributing. It's quick, easy, and of course it's free. I'll leave a link in the description box, and I hope to see you there.